Hello everyone, Kyle here, and in this video we're going to be playing a little game I like to call the Crabby Twin Crabs of Calamity. Before I introduce you to our shellfish heroes, let's first set the scene. So we're going to start off with a 6x6 grid of islands like this. You're going to label them 1 to 6 this way and A to F this way. Great, I hope you're keeping up with this madness. The next thing we're going to do is decorate the islands with some grass biomes. Now we cannot save it, so we can remake it again and again. Now we're going to throw some basic resources down onto each island, like some berry bushes, some stone, and finally some wood. Fantastic, that's all the islands nice and resourced up. The next thing we have to do is introduce our test subjects. 20 humans in the top left, 20 elves in the top right, 20 orcs in the bottom left, and 20 dwarfs in the bottom right. So not only do we have those 4 kingdoms, but we also have some werewolves, golems, gorillas, vampires, centaurs, serpentine, phantoms, androids, beastmen, angels, dark elves, gnomes, demonics, goblins, and hives. Oh, that's a mouthful. So now let's give them all a few minutes to start their little kingdoms. Great, that looks like all of them. Next, we absolutely must give them all some ridiculous names. So we have the humans who trade in tin tam, the gorillas who write Shakespeare, the golems who stepped in gum, the elves who forget birthdays, the angels who are always wrong, the werewolves who wear velvet hats, the centaur who ride bigger horses, the serpentine who fake surgery, the vampires who have allergies, the gnomes who diss yo mama, the androids who text poorly, the beastmen who beat men, the demonic who banned disco, the goblins who compliment elbows, the hives who shower with gran, the dark elves who lick their own, the phantoms who hate the opera, the dwarfs who sniff suspiciously, and last but not least, we have the little orcs over here. What do I call the orcs, I wonder? Oh, of course, we had another winner of the competition to name that race. Izuls has said, the orcs that escaped from federal prison. You are the winner today. So, orcs that escaped from federal there's a limit. There's a limit. Oh dear, there's a limit. So we might have to change up a little bit. I'm sorry about that, but we're gonna have to change them to people who want to rather than have. So the orcs who escape federal prison. There's a 30 character limit. Keep it in mind for next time. This does include spaces, people. I should have said before, really. Let's not blame Izuls. Instead, let's blame me. Well, that's all of them. 19 in total. We're going to give them all until year 10 to get the ball really rolling before we start throwing disasters and other fun things their way. And there's year 10. Wow, doesn't time fly when I cut straight to it. Let's move on to the choices phase with the help of our crabby crabs. Here's an artistic rendering of the crabs in action. I drew it by myself because I don't know any artists or people for that matter. Meet Crabifer, which is like Lucifer but in crab form. I know it sounds like Jennifer, but it really isn't that. Just accept it and move on already. Crabifer, destroyer of worlds, ender of dreams, eater of children, and his twin brother, Tim. Tim represents all of us. You know, the people that you're surprised are still alive. Crabifer has all of the traits associated with being a crab god, including being the fastest sideward moving creature on Earth. He's as strong as at least 3 other crabs I know. He's an evil genius, of course. He burns the very ground where he walks, and he's got the trait that everyone associates with being a god, which is gold teeth and an eye patch. Yes, he is a perfect specimen of godliness. Tim, on the other hand, has absolutely none of the traits that you would associate with being a god, unless that god was gluttonous, infertile, short-sighted, tiny, very ugly. He does, however, have fireproof, which is vital for staying alive when he hangs out with his brother. He's also immortal, so he'll never die, of old age at least, and he does have super health just because I don't want him to starve to death. I mean, he doesn't even have the signature one eye and gold teeth we just spoke about. Anyway, the way that Crabberfur and Tim will make their choices is by being placed in this inner circle here. They then move to one of the chosen areas, and only when both of them have stepped into an area and made a choice will the choices be counted. Which does mean the crabs can change their mind, because crabs do that. The top here is going to be good choices, as represented with this wonderful good choice wheel here. This section will be bad choices, which will be represented with this lovely wheel here. The bottom left will be a spawner, which is represented here with all these different creatures that we can bring into existence. And the bottom right is going to be the biome/ages. How exciting. Which will be represented by this wheel here. The final wheel is the picker, which decides where on the grid we throw down the choices. There being 2 crabs, there's of course going to be 2 choices at a time. And as it's year 10, let's start with a pick so we can learn by seeing. Alright, are you ready? Let's begin. We've got Crabberfur going up to a bad choice, and we've got Tim going up to a good choice. So over on the wheels, we're going to give the good one a spin, the bad one a spin, and the locations a spin. So we've got a magic cloud for the good choice, an ash cloud for the bad choice, and it's going to happen on A1. So A1 just happens to be the humans who trade in Tin Tam's base. So there's their magic cloud, and there's the ash cloud. Oh, magic and ash, magic and ash. It's just like Christmas in London. They're all getting bubbled and speed boosts and dying of lung infections. Life is grand. Alright, having a look around at the map at the moment, it's looking like everyone is pretty even Steven on the old population growth. No one's really booming ahead just yet, and we're on our 2nd year. Oh, exciting. There's a tree. I hate trees. Crabberfur went for a good choice, and Tim's gone to the spawner this time. The good choice is Mithril. The spawner is Golems, and the location is B2. B2 just so happens to be the werewolf space. I don't know if they're going to get on. So the first thing we'll do is throw down some of that Mithril for the werewolves. I think a nice chunk like this would be fair. There you go. Enjoy your Mithril. As for the Golems, there's going to be 11 of them as it's year 11. So let's see what happens there then, shall we? Are they going to be peaceful? No, they sure are not. They are being meanies to your people. They've also got a fair bit more health. 110 versus 300. Oh, we're going to see if numbers or strength is better. The werewolves, of course, do have the fearless leader here who has a stone sword already, so that's going to help them out. Doesn't even look like they had any casualties, so well done, you little wolf people. Must be those velvet hats keeping them safe. It's a new year and a new choice. Oh, it's a double bad choice. So bad choice number 1 is going to be some spores, and the second bad choice is going to be an antimatter bomb. The location's going to be A6. Oh dear, that just happens to be the elves who forget birthdays base. This isn't good for you. So the first thing we have to do is throw down some mushroom spores over the whole island, which is pretty much going to make everyone infected so that they turn into mushroom people when they die. And to help them along in that journey to death, we are of course going to be dropping an antimatter bomb on them. So let's go ahead and do that then. 1, 2. Oh, I've just done it. Oh, that's the more dead. Look at the mushroom people coming. Some of them are trying to fight them off, but I don't think they're going to survive this attack. I believe we've just lost the elves, the first victims in this war of 12 years. And it's another year now. It's a double biome/ages. So let's see what happens now. Our first biome/ages infernal. Our second pick is crystal on E2. So E2 just so happens to be this island here that has nothing on it. What we have to do is make the island half infernal and the other half crystal. So it's a really cool island now. It's got like a dual personality. Right, let's have a look at how the populations are coming along. The Serpentine are on 27. The elves are just... yeah, I forgot about that. They're dead. The gorillas are on 27 as well. Seems that's the lucky number at the moment. Oh, the Serpentine are on 30. They are really booming ahead, these little snake people. Oh, and their babies are little snakes as well. It's so cute. Can't wait to watch them be killed. So it's year 15 now. A new choice. What say you, Crabber and Tim? Oh, it's a double bad choice again. So bad choice number 1 is a meteorite. Bad choice number 2 is a super pumpkin. And it's going down on A1. He's sure picking on all these vanilla people, isn't he? The humans, the elves. Ah, they're all getting killed immediately. I'll tell you what, I'll be nice to them. I'm going to put the super pumpkin down first. And then I'll shoot the meteorite at them. Don't say I'm not kind to you. Well, that's the humans well and truly dead. There's one guy here with 6 health. Oh, is he going to survive? It depends. If he stays out of the fire. Oh. Okay, scrap that. That's the humans out of the race. 2 kingdoms down already, and we're only on year 16, which is another choice now. What say you this time, Crab Brothers? Oh, it's another double. They are some mean crabs. Our first bad pick is Plants Alive. Our second bad pick is an acid cloud, and it's happening on D4. So D4 just so happens to be the Kingdom of Demonic who banned disco. Oh, they're kind of lucky they've cut all their trees down, really, aren't they? They're just going to be fighting a bunch of berry bushes instead, which doesn't seem that bad if you ask me. So there's your berry bushes, and there's the acid cloud. Oh, we've got some lovely weather happening in this game. I am fearful for these people because the berry bushes actually have 300 health, and they do 15 to 30 damage. Oh, they're dying. The demonic are dying. Wow, imagine being wiped out by a bunch of rabid berry bushes, hey? I guess they were pro-disco and you should have listened to them. Always listen to disco-wielding berry bushes. Their king is running amongst them and he's been killed. Oh, the berry bushes are not letting anyone survive. They're all coming after this child here and he's getting killed. Oh, don't. Oh, that's it. The demonic are the third to die. We have another pick now. Oh, so many crabs. Oh, I just love killing little crabbies. So, what's the next choice for you both? One's gone down to spawner. What is Tim doing? He's not even left yet. Oh, he's gone up to a bad choice. Way to go, Tim. Our spawner is Snowmen. Our bad choice is the plague. On D3. D3 just happens to be the beastmen who beat men. And unfortunately for them, snowmen spawn 1 for every year there's been. That's gonna be 17 snowmen. And don't worry, it's not over yet. Now we need to just give you a little bit of plague. I do love a little bit of plague in the morning. Don't forget to get the plague all over the children. I've accidentally given the plague to a chicken over here. Oh dear. We might have to just bring you over here to, die with the rest of the plague victims. Fair is fair and all. So the snowmen are freezing the poor beastmen in place. I think they're going to be getting killed as well. Maybe we've made it too hard for these poor people, but maybe we just don't care. We like to see civilizations fall before our eyes. Oh, that is so the end of them. Now the plague-ridden snowmen are just gonna die slowly. Oh, look, Ezra over here is just running amongst them. He's like, I'm not giving up without a fight. I may be frozen for all eternity, but so was Walt Disney, and he turned out all right. Right, it's another choice now. And there's, oh my god, there's even more crabs. So many crabs. What say you, brothers? Oh, we've got a good choice from Crabberfer and a bad one from Tim. The good choice is the Force. The bad choice is another acid cloud, and it's happening on B4. B4 just so happens to be this island here. There's a couple of flies on it, which will benefit from the Force, I guess. I mean, if you ask me, the Force isn't great, but it does kind of save them from dying if you hit them with it. Oh, I think I've killed both the flies with the Force. Turns out it wasn't good for them. And here's your acid cloud. You enjoy that now. The snowmen are still finishing off the beast men. If the king down here, little 11-year-old Igdiz, can just, you know, run away and hide in the wilderness with his plague, he might be able to rekindle this kingdom one day. Run, King Dizzy, run! Oh, he's going for it. It's year 19 and it's another pick. What say you this time, Crab Brothers? Oh, Tim is on the line. He hasn't chose yet. And he's run down to the spawner as well. Our first spawner is Dark Elves. Our second spawner is some goblins on A6. Oh, that's good. A6 is this island up here, which means we have goblins and dark elves that are about to die to a bunch of mushrooms. Wow. I mean, the saving grace is there's going to be 19 of them, so let's see. So I'll put the dark elves down here, and I'll be kind and I'll put the goblins up here somewhere. So that's 19 of each. Let's see what happens. The goblins don't seem to be doing very well. The dark elves are holding their own. They are killing them, I believe. Yep, the goblins are dead. The dark elves are also dead. Oh, there's just more mushrooms now. That's all we did there. Meanwhile, the snowmen are just finishing off the rest of the beast men. And it's a new year, so it's a new pick. What do they go for this time? And we've got a spawner and a bad choice. Our spawner is going to be some trolls. Our bad choice is going to be some lightning, which is quite frightening. Mamma mia. And then it's going to happen on E4. So E4 happens to be this island here, which is luckily kind of empty. It's year 20, so a quarter of that's going to be 5. So let's go ahead and throw down 5 trolls on the island. You might notice these are new troops as well from one of the mods. They have 500 health and they do a fair bit of damage. Lucky for us, no one's there, and unlucky for them, I'm going to hit them with lightning. Oh, it spread them all around. Look, that's nice. Now the phantoms who hate the opera are having to kill one of them. The hives who shower with Gran have also had to kill one. They've both fared well though. The beastmen on the other hand are, well, they're in trouble. Oh, someone's just come out of a tent. Oh, he's coming out and he's just punched the snowman to death. I don't know if he's going to do well though, because he's kind of got the plague, and I don't think you can come back from that. I don't know. I'm no expert. Oh, the plague has spread across the water. Look at this. Chicken Island is dying of the plague. It's a new choice now. What say you, my crab bros? Oh, he's on the fence. Tim doesn't know what he's doing, and Crabberfer hasn't left. Crabberfer's left and Tim's returned, so it's still anyone's bet where they're going to go. Oh, they've gone for a double bad, those naughty boys. The first bad is going to be replace weapons with a stick. The second bad is going to be another acid cloud. Oh, there's a lot of acid in this video, and it's happening on F6. So F6 just so happens to be the dwarfs who sniff suspiciously. If we look at them, yep, some of them have wooden sticks, which is kind of nice, and they are epic ones. He's even made a legendary stone weapon. That's so lovely. Oh, I'm so proud of you, dwarfs. You're not sucking for once. What we need to do is we need to select the stick from the edit weapons, and then we can save the selection. And then if we just take this and give it a good, yep, there we go, a nice sprinkling over the island. Anyone inside the house will be lucky because I won't have given them a stick. But there you go. The king now has a wooden stick. Everyone's got a stick except for the kids, because kids can't handle them. Yeah, everyone's got a stick except for the kids, because we don't care about them. So what's going on over the world? It seems the beastmen have just died, which means the war huge clash of androids who text poorly has ended. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Well, they were dying of the plague and stuff. The androids next door thought, oh, you know what? We're going to go to war with them, and we're just going to hope they die so we can pretend we did it. You clever androids, you. Right, it's a new pick now, so let's do that. What say you this time, crab bros? Up. We've got a bad choice from Crabberfer and a spawner from Tim. The bad choice is going to be an acid geyser. And the spawn is going to be some friendly little fairies on F1. Oh, F1 is the orcs who escaped federal prison. Oh, this isn't going to be good for you guys. Not only are you getting an acid geyser, which is going to be plopped right down in the middle of your island like that, going to destroy all your lovely plants and stuff, but it's year 22, which means you're going to get 22 fairies on your island. And if I know the orcs, they're not going to be having a good time in a minute. So there's 22. Just send them out, and yep, this is not going to end well if you do that. Oh, hold on. That didn't end badly at all. Did they remove the energized from the fairies? Oh, they did indeed. No more energized on fairies. Wow, that was underwhelming. I was really hoping for a bit more. Lucky the acid's just going to keep raining down on them, so they might want to think about moving house. Oh, there goes their main base. Oh yes, that's nice, isn't it? Feel the burn. It's a new year and a new pick. What say you this time? We've got a bad choice and we've got a spawn choice. So the bad choice is going to be a lava cloud, and the spawn choice is some angels, and it's going to happen on C2. So C2 is this island here, which is actually unoccupied. There you go, 22 angels. Look at them just running around, taking over the island. All right, let's put the lava cloud down now. There we go. Yep, that's some lava. You might want to move out of that stuff. It does kind of hurt a bit. Oh, it's going to spread all the way along, isn't it? I do believe the serpentine who fake surgery, the vampires who have allergies, and the gnomes who dish your mama are going to be getting a little bit of rain. Here comes the lava. I believe the serpentine have halved their numbers. The vampires are now being affected. Yep, it's just rolling through their base as well now. Oh, it's such a shame. The gnomes know what's coming, but they don't care. They're just standing there like, yeah, bring it on. I can withstand lava. Try me. It's a new year and a new pick. What say you this time, Crabbies? We've got a spawner and a biome/ages. So the spawner is going to be a tank. Oh dear. The biome is the age of despair. That sounds fairly pleasant, really. And it's happening on A1. Well, fortunately for everyone, A1 is a pretty abandoned island other than a bunch of rats. However, I do wonder what the range of this tank is going to be like, and if it's going to just shoot over to the gorillas who write Shakespeare. Guess we're gonna find out. There we go. There's the tank. It only has 3,000 health and 250 damage. Oh, people are in trouble. The angels who are always wrong may be in trouble too if it shoots down at them. Oh, I forgot to name the new angels. Let's name them now. We're gonna call these the angels who bathe on Tuesdays. That's some nice angeling. So there's our tank. As for our ages, well, here it comes. Despair. So this age will be long and grueling era of endless winter and darkness. Well, that doesn't sound that bad, really. Get over it, will ya? Oh, look at this. The rats are rising up against the tank. This is surely a despair and a half. Oh, it's a bit dark as well, isn't it? Look at this place. Oh, the tank is shooting across the way. Its range is pretty insane. Oh, the angels who are always wrong are so dead. I don't know what to say. You're in trouble. The ground is getting covered in is this ash or snow? It might be snow. Kind of need to do a new choice now though, so let's do that. What's the choice going to be this time? We've got another B/A and an unhappy face. So the B/A this time is going to be Permafrost, and it's going to be an antimatter bomb on D4. So D4 is this island just here, which appears to be abandoned other than a few bushes. That's a nice island for Permafrost. Just sprinkle it down. There we go. And as for the second part of it, well, it has to be an antimatter bomb, doesn't it? I think I went with this size last time, so it's only fair. There we go. Goodbye. Oh, goodbye. There we go. That's the island gone, and the bushes are dying. Oh, it's not good. So the orcs are down to 6 people now. They could have moved. The tank has just killed the king of the angels. He is just, oh, they're all dying. Look at this. Oh, you can't beat a tank, can ya? This just is not fair. It has some insane main range, just stay in the south. Don't go north. You can start afresh here. The gnomes have had to summon a new king who just so happens to have been picked, and he's on the wrong side compared to all his men. So that's good. The world is pretty much divided in half now. Look at this. It's going to be a bit of a tough fight for all these in the south here to get up to the north. Anyway, we've got a new pick now. What do they go for this time? I believe that's a double good choice. Yes, he is off the center. Oh, they're bringing some sunshine to the world in the form of a blood cloud and some shields on F4. So F4 just so happens to be the phantoms who hate the opera. You'll be getting a friendly little blood cloud above your base, which will be nice. And then let's just shield them all. Oh, look at this. So many shields going around. That'll protect you from all this despair, won't it? Blood rain heals, and now it's pouring. Meanwhile, the orcs are down to 3 people. Wow, they are in so much trouble. The angels who bathe on Tuesdays, look at this. They're setting up bases all around the lava. Oh, they could be contenders. They could. The angels who are always wrong, on the other hand, and the gorillas who write Shakespeare, and the werewolves who wear velvet hats are just being pounded by an invincible tank. So this is not good for them. They might want to move. I would definitely think about building a boat and just leaving this place. Oh, in fact, there is a boat. Who does that belong to? The gorillas who write Shakespeare. Get on it and move. Move home. Don't live near a tank. It's a new year and a new choice with that. What do you choose this time? It's a good, and he's gone for a spawner. So the good choice is going to be a blessing from the sky. And the spawner is a tumor unit on E5. E5 just so happens to be the hives who shower with Gran. So the good news is I'm going to just throw down this for you. There you go. Blessings to you all. That'll be nice, won't it? Look at this. Oh, that's a big blessing. The bad news is I'm putting down 28 tumor monsters. Let's see if they're able to hold off against them. I think the bad news is they could infect them with the tumorness if they're not careful. Well, they've managed to fend it off. The kingdom of the orcs who escaped from federal prison are no more. R.I.P. So, as we approach year 29, we can see the dwarfs still might be in the lead. The androids and the monkeys are at war at the moment. Oh, the king's over there with his memorable club. Oh, he's dead. That was so not memorable, was it? You left your island to escape the war-torn area of the tank shooting you just to die to a bunch of robots. Right, it's a new choice now. What do you pick? Oh, I forgot to give him coffee. There we go. That's better. So it's a good choice and a B/A. The good choice is going to be adamantine. The biome choice is the Age of Moon. And it's happening on C3. So C3 just so happens to be this island here that is uninhabited. I say that, but there's a little serpentine guy there. Oh, that's magical. You are so in luck. Here's some nice rocks that you can't actually harvest yet. You're going to be so lucky to have lost half those trees. As for the other part of the deal, we're moving on to the Age of the Moon. During this age, the world will be bathed in a radiant glow as bright and luminous moon casts a spell over all who live in it. Oh, that's so lame. That would have benefited those poor elves up here who happen to be moon children. Now it's just going to benefit the little mushrooms that live up here instead. Does anyone else happen to be a moon child? Possibly the werewolves, surely. Are you moon children? Oh, you aren't. That's a bit silly. I would have thought you would have been a moon child. Someone missed a thing here, didn't they? The tank's still hammering the gorillas who write Shakespeare, just destroying anything they try to build. The leader's is just taking a bullet to the face. The tank's resting. It needs its sleep still. Finally, the despair is clearing from the islands. The angels who are always wrong are down to one person, and it's year 30. We can see that not much has changed population-wise. The golems who stepped in gum are at war with the androids who text badly, and so are the vampires who have allergies. Everyone hates those poor androids. Meanwhile, the hives who shower with Gran are after the dark elves who lick their own done. That'll be an interesting fight to see. The last survivor of the angels is this little 7-year-old over here. He's not in the best mood, but he's also not in the worst mood. He understands his family died, but he kind of feels like they deserved it. Oh, and he just punched a rat to death. Oh, don't go to the north, you silly boy. Oh, he's going. He's a wild one. We can't control him. The monkeys are down to 7 people as well. It's a new choice. What's the pick gonna be this time then? Let's find out. Oh, we've got a good and a bad choice. So the good choice is gonna be a friendly little rain cloud. The bad choice is it's also gonna be an explosive day. And it's happening on F4. F4 just so happens to be the phantoms who hate the opera. Oh, you poor little people. Come as the rain pours over your lands and brings life with it. You could build, you could dance, you could sing. Do what you must. While I drop some delayed TNT on you. Oh, there we go. Let's see what that does. So delayed. Oh. So yeah, it killed a few of them, but all in all, not too bad. They escaped with their lives. The tank is still just taking out the ones in the corner here. The angels and the gorillas are very close to death. We have another choice now, though. I wonder what fun's coming this time. We've got a good choice and a spawner choice. The good choice is some silver. The spawner is some dwarfs. And it's going to happen on C5. So C5 just so happens to be this little island here that belongs to the vampires. Oh, well, I hate to say it, the vampires who have allergies. There's going to be 32 dwarfs spawning on your island. And I don't think dwarfs get on with vampires. So there's the dwarfs. Might as well throw the silver down as well. We'll just put it in this corner. And here they come, the army of dwarfs coming to kick the little vampires' butts. They hate everything that sparkles. Especially vampire kids. Oh, they can't escape the allergies. There's even a snake man over here joining in. And the dwarfs are victorious. They've taken the island over. If it wasn't for the ones down the bottom here, it would be game over for the vampires. Let's see, do the dwarfs set up base? Maybe, or do they just want to be wild dwarfs? The vampires aren't completely out of the game until their last 2 people die, so we'll see what happens with them. It's a new year and a new pick. What say you this time, Crab Brothers? Go for it. Oh, he doesn't know what he wants to do. Look at him, he's gone mental. Oh, that's because it's Kopo. Oh, Kopo, you little bugger. What are you doing on the island? Where's Tim? Hold on, this isn't right. I don't know if Tim ran away or if he got ingested by his brother, but he's no longer here. Ah, how do you like that one? Yeah, I guess I have to make a Tim too. It's going to be Simon. That's Tim's cousin. So it's no longer the Crab twins, but, you know, they're related, so that's good. He's pretty normal. He's just a bit infertile and immortal with super health. Yep, that's good. Oh, he also is fireproof, otherwise he'd burn. Yeah, we've learned that lesson already. Okay, just heal him up. There we go. Okay, Simon, you're taking over. What do you want to pick? Go for it. Oh, I forgot to give him coffee, but he's gone for the good choice. Simon is a goody-goody. Here, have some coffee. So we've got a good choice and a B/A. The good choice is some fireworks. The biome is going to be the Age of Ash, and it's happening on A5. So A5 just so happens to be this island here, which is unoccupied. We'll give it a generous coating of fireworks like so. There we go. That's just there for the future. And of course, we need to change the age from the age of the moon to the Age of Ash. This age will be a time of sickness, with the air thick with smoke and dust particles that cause a deadly illness known as ash fever. Wow, that sure does sound like the warnings we get here in London. Get that ash up in your lungs. At least it's light again now. Oh, what's happening over here? Oh, they've passed on the rock here. They've gone over and they're pounding the gnomes who dish your mama. And this might actually be the end of them because they don't have any men separate. Oh, wait, no, they do. They've got one there. Oh, these new dwarfs who are refusing to make a base are really ruthless. It's a new year, so it's a new pick. Simon's doing a fine job, really. He's no Tim, but, you know, no one is. Let's see what they pick this time. Oh, he's on the fence. They're both on the fence. And, oh, we've got another good choice from Simon and a B/A from Crabifar. So the good choice is going to be tree fertilizer. The biome change is the Age of Chaos. And we're having that on A2. So A2 is the gorillas who write Shakespeare. I'm going to be giving you some tree fertilizer. Yeah, you enjoy the trees. Maybe it'll shelter you from that tank over there, hey? As Thanks for the age change. That was a very short-lived age of ash. We're into the age of chaos. This age will be a time of blood and death, where the world will be in turmoil and anarchy will reign supreme. Oh, that sounds like London as well, really. So as we're continuing on through the years, the angels who bathe on Tuesdays have spread to a third island. The others are all they're a bit stagnated. They seem to be having a bit of trouble building more. The dwarfs are just finishing off the gnomes. They're also destroying the centaurs stuff up there. There we go. That's the gnome's base gone. There is a gnome over here that's still alive. Oh, he's quite unhappy. I guess his whole family's been killed, so I don't really blame him for the unhappiness. It's year 35, so it's a new pick. What do you say this time? Oh, we've got a B/A and a bad choice. The bad choice is going to be a friendly little tornado. The biome's going to be the age of despair. The chaos did not last long at all. And it's happening on F4. F4 is the phantoms who hate the opera again. So we'll just throw down a friendly little twister in their base there. And I'm going to go ahead and change it to the age of despair again. Sounds friendly. The phantoms are being thrown all over the shop. Oh, they've gone to a new island, in fact. Oh, look at all the resources you've just been gifted from a tornado, hey? Oh, it's up here now, throwing the people around. The chickens are learning to fly. Oh, it's coming to finish off the people it just helped. This tornado takes no prisoners. Oh, it's ruthless. Look at it go. It's just throwing people into everyone. Oh, it started a little battle over here between the phantoms and the dark elves. Oh, the dark elves are quick to finish it, though. The androids are being thrown around and are exploding. They're on a new island as well now. This is certainly giving people a chance to expand. It's a new year and a new pick. What do you pick this time, Crabs? Go for it. Oh, he's on the fence. Simon doesn't know what he wants to do. Oh, he's still on the fence and there's another crab. Please do not come to my kingdom. Let's keep going. What's Simon going to pick? Oh, he's gone for a bad choice. So we have a bad and a good. So our bad choice is going to be a Tazar bomb. Our good choice is a rain cloud. I guess that makes it all better, doesn't it? And it's happening on D4. D4 is already been wiped off the face of the earth, but we are going to drop it because I think this Tsar bomb is going to hit some surrounding islands. All right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put the rain cloud down first. There we go. The Tazar bomb, I'm going to do the smallest one because it is quite devastating. Let's see what happens. It's dropping. It's... oh dear, oh dear. I believe we've just lost a few different factions now. I can see the Serpentine might have been wiped out. The Hives might have just been wiped out. And the Vampires might have just been wiped out. We're going to have to see. Maybe someone survived and they'll rebuild. A new village has been founded. Who was this? Nope, it's the Angels who bathe on Tuesdays. They've spread. They're living amongst the androids now. So as we hit year 37, we can see that the angels who are always wrong have still held on all this time. They're doing quite well. The gorillas who write Shakespeare are also holding on. The tank hasn't managed to kill either of them yet. Meanwhile, in other places in the world, it looks like, yes, the dwarfs who sniff suspiciously are in the lead with 36, but they are quite closely followed by the angels who bathe on Tuesdays. Oh, it's anyone's game still. The gnomes who dish your mama have just lost their base. Does that mean the gnome is dead? If we look at the kingdoms list, we can indeed see that the gnomes are no more. What do they pick this time? We've got a good and a bad. So the good choice is some silver and the bad is an earthquake on C4. So C4 is this island here. It's unoccupied. No, wait, there's a little dwarf just living on the island. So let's give them a generous little pile of silver like that, and then let's shatter their dreams by doing an earthquake. There we go. That's ruined your silver supply, hasn't it? It's a new year and a new pick. What do they choose this time? We've got a good and a bad again. The good's gonna be some more fireworks. The bad's gonna be a bomb, and it's happening on B1. B1 is this island here with the last of the angels. Oh dear, we're gonna kill them with a bomb after all. They've have gone through. I'm not going to lie. I'm really hoping that you'll survive this. I'm rooting for you. Let's say that. I'm going to drop the bomb. Yeah, I have to drop it on the middle, I'm afraid. Let's see what happens. Does he survive? Oh, he survived. And now there's some fireworks. Oh, your life is certainly starting to look up, isn't it? It's year 40 now, and we still have quite a few civilians left. I'm going to connect up all the islands, which means that tank's going to be on the loose. I'm also going to start destroying one island at random every turn, just to speed the game up that little bit extra. E3 is going to go bye-bye. So E3 is this island here, and we're just going to go ahead and change it to shallows. Boom. That's a dead island. Oh, look at this. The Dark Elves are sending their army out somewhere. They're after someone, or maybe they just want to stand under that tree. Wow. That could also be what they were doing. It's a new year and a new pick. What do you guys say this time? A double bad. The first bad choice is going to be some delayed TNT. And the second bad choice is going to be madness on D5. So D5 is this island here. We're going to throw down some delayed TNT like so. And then before all the dwarfs leave, madness is being sprayed upon them. There we go. Only a couple of them got infected, but they're going to be killed. That's just the way it is. The angels who are always wrong are still alive, and it looks like the werewolves are going up towards the tank. Nope, they're all dead. Run, little angel boy, run. Look at him. He's just running down south. He's like, oh, the other angels can deal with him. I'm not going to fight a tank. The werewolves are desperately trying to take it out. I guess they don't really have a choice, and the angels are out of the game. He came of age and he ran up and thought he would get revenge against a 3,000 health tank. Oh, that did not end well for poor Angel Boy. It's a new pick now. We also forgot to blow an island up on the previous one, so we need to do 2 this turn. But let's see what the crabs pick first. A good and a bad. The good choice is going to be some stone. The bad is going to be a corrupted brain on D6. So D6 just so happens to be this island here, which is unoccupied. So we'll just give it its stone. There we go. And a corrupted brain for anyone that happens to be passing by. Let's roll it 2 more times for the islands to destroy. D3 is gone, and so is B2. So D3 is this island here, gone, and B2 is this island here. It's the werewolf space. Sorry about that. You'll have to move somewhere new. Luckily, the tank won't get you if you go to the right. Instead, they're running at the tank like madmen. The dwarfs are going up towards the corrupted brain and getting madness on them, and they're going back down to fight their own people. This is a bad day for dwarfs everywhere. It's a new year and a new pick. What do we have this time? It's a bad choice and a spawner. So the bad choice is some TNT. The spawn is going to be some necromancers on C2. C2 is this island here with the angels. We need a quarter of necromancers, so it's going to be about 11. Lovely stuff. And of course, we'll throw that lovely TNT down for them. I'll throw it on the necromancers for luck. Why not? Well, the angels are in trouble. 11 necromancers isn't to be trifled with at this stage of the game. Oh, the TNT exploded, sending necromancers flying all over the place. The tank's now going to start fighting them. I don't know if the necromancers and tank get along. Nope, they don't. The tank is going to kill the necromancers. Meanwhile, the monkeys are fighting a couple of necromancers over here with the werewolves. They've managed to kill it together. That's the power of friendship for you. The tank's just hammering the rest of them. There's a little necromancer island here. I also forgot to destroy the islands. Let's do that first. C3 is going bye-bye. C3 is this island here, and bye-bye looks a lot like this. Bye-bye. As for their picks, we have Crabber changed his mind and went for a good. Crabbo shouldn't be there. Ignore him. I said ignore him. The good roll is an upgrade of weapons. The bad is a Cybercore on D4. D4 is this island just here, which is mainly just an empty island at the moment. There's no one on there to actually upgrade, so we'll ignore that part of it. But we will plop a Cybercore down wherever we're able to. There we go. Up in the top here. As for the island to destroy, we're going to be saying farewell to F4. F4 is the phantoms who hate the opera's main base. These people are not having much luck at all. Goodbye, phantoms who hate the opera. The Cybercors are just going to start building their little army up on the island. And of course, they are killing the androids over here. Oh, this isn't good for them. I really wouldn't live next door to those guys. So the goblins and the dark elves have risen up to kill the angels. That's teamwork for you. The golems have fought off the mushroom spore people, but now they're all infected, as did the centaur. So we've got infected centaur and infected golems. Just to make things even more interesting, spite for all the nations. Oh yes, so much spite. What spite does is basically makes people hate each other, and they're going to start killing each other, as demonstrated with the elves and the goblins who were working together before. Now they're just going to eat each other's armies. That means we're going to get some battles happening. The dark elves are getting annihilated at the minute by the androids, and the centaur are now fighting the golem people. There are wars waging all around. It's kind of hard to keep up with what's going on at this moment. So it looks like the dark elves might have been wiped out by the phantoms. There's a lone dwarf trying to take the brain on like a little brave soul. I don't think he's going to make it, but we'll see. He is armed with one hell of a stick. We have a new choice now. Another year of madness. Quick look at the kingdoms list. We can see we're down to the final 9 kingdoms. The dark elves actually have one person left somewhere, so they're not completely out of the game yet. Let's see what the new choice will be. We have a bad choice and we have a B/A choice. Oh, and also the dark elves are now completely out of the game. They just got wiped out. So our bad choice is going to be an atomic bomb, and the B/A is crystal on D6. D6 just so happens to be this island here with the crap brain and the dwarf that are fighting in a battle of forever ship. Crystal placement will look something like this, destroying all the trees, and the atomic bomb is going to look something like this, putting an end to their fight. Oh, I was rooting for you. No more though. One last roll of the location for the island to destroy, and F2 this time. So F2 happens to be this island here, which is in ruins. We'll just destroy that. There we go. I don't think the goblins will be around much longer. Down to their final 4. We've got a new choice now. Pick quick so we can see what's happening. Oh, Simon's on the fence still. Go. Pick a side, man. There we go. We've got a bad choice and we've got a spawner. Our bad choice is going to be an ice tower. Our spawner is going to be aliens, and a quarter of them. And it's happening on A2. A2 is all the way up the top here with the gorillas who write Shakespeare. So the golems are going to be having to take care of this in a moment. Here's your ice tower plopped on top of you. And given that it's year 47, it means we need 11.7 UFOs. Let's round up to 12, shall we? There we go. Lovely stuff. Independence Day is here. There are 8 kingdoms left. Saying that though, the gorillas have just been destroyed. They are out of the game completely. Oh, the UFO is battling with the tank over here, and the tank has won. Oh, but he died in the crash with the UFO. The golems are trying to take the ice tower as expected. It's a new choice now, and the goblins may have just been wiped out. Yep, we're down to the last 6 factions. Oh, things are starting to heat up. Right, let's see what they choose this time. And we've got a spawner and a B/A. The spawner is going to be some foxes. The biome is going to be permafrost, and it has happened on F3. So F3, here's your permafrost. You enjoy that, will ya? You little phantoms. Don't know how you feel about foxes, but there's about to be 48 of them on your island. There you go, 48 foxes, and they're attacking the phantoms. Oh, I thought they might have got along, but no, they're not. Meanwhile, the golems are running around getting attacked. Up here, we can see the angels who bathe on Tuesdays are attacking the androids. Down the bottom, the phantoms have taken care of the foxes. The dwarfs are still just living relatively unharmed. We do, however, need to do 2 rolls of destruction, as we forgot. So B1 is going along with C6. So B1 is here. Goodbye. And C6 is here. Farewell. Lovely stuff. It's time for another choice now. And we've got a BA. Oh, we've got a double BA. Double the biome fun. We're going into the Age of Tears with some jungle on E5. So E5 is this island here, which is kind of a mix between dwarf and phantoms. The dwarfs have built a little windmill there. Now going to be a jungle windmill. windmill, so that'll be fun. We're finally leaving the age of despair as well, and we're going to the age of tears because people are going to cry as they die. In this age, the sky will weep endlessly, drenching the world in a ceaseless downpour of sorrow. As for the island we're about to destroy, we're getting rid of E5, which just so happens to be the one we just did all that stuff on. So sorry about that, really. Fight over this then, will ya? The aliens at the moment are fighting with the mushroom people. They're also making their way down towards the angel space. No one is safe from the aliens. So the golems who stepped in Gum's kingdom was destroyed. Then there were 5. At the moment, it's a battle between the dwarfs who sniff suspiciously, the centaur who ride bigger horses, and the phantoms who hate the opera. Let's see what happens. We've got a bad and we've got a BA. So the bad choice is going to be a flame tower, and it's going to be in a swamp on E4. E4 is the phantoms who hate the opera's base. I have a feeling they're going to be hating this more than the opera, but let's see what they think about it. It's all the children in the area. They've left their children unguarded. There was a village destroyed. The angels who bathe on Tuesdays lost some of their base. Their king's also abandoned them. He's just like given up and decided to run off and be a loner. Don't know if the phantoms will kill the tower before it spawns too many demons. As for the island we're going to destroy in this year, it's going to be A3. A3 is this island here, which is where the mushrooms are fighting with the UFOs. So we're going to be putting a stop to that. There we go. The angels have lost another of their bases. They do have a couple of children left still though, so they're not out of the game. The androids are being beaten up by a couple of the angels, in fact. Oh, the centaur have just been annihilated by the mushroom army. I didn't even realize, but they've lost all of their base. Are they out of the game? Not quite. They've got 3 left, but they were one of the leaders before. Now the dwarfs who sniff suspiciously are just unharmed down here. Could they win their first game? I don't know. We're going to find out. Let's see what they choose this time. And they've gone for a bad and a B/A. So for their bad, we're going to be throwing some bowling balls, and it's going to turn into the age of sun on F3. So F3 is the phantoms who hate the opera's other base, other than the one that had the flame tower on it. Oh, given that there's 51 years, I think that's going to be like 25 bowling balls at least. Let's change it to a sunny weather at first, shall we? So at least they have that to look forward to. This is a time of intense heat and brightness where the sun blazed down on the world. It's basically Australia. Right, bowling balls. 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12, 23, 24, 25. Oh, we have completely annihilated that island. The bowling balls made it all the way down to the crab. I think it's even taken out the phantoms, has it? Nope, the phantoms are still alive with 4 people, so they still have a chance to rebuild. As for the island we're going to get rid of this turn, it's going to be E1. E1 is this island here. Fare thee well. You were well known amongst our people. Now you aren't. The androids have lost their base, but there are still angels, phantoms, and androids left. Someone has just died. I can't even remember who it was, but they're gone now. Getting treated to a firework display in the north now, thanks to the UFOs. The angels are desperately still trying to build a base, but every time they do, the aliens destroy it. Oh, speaking of which, there goes their base again. A weird little fire skull just took it out. He's not giving up without fight, and he's dead. Oh, the phantoms, on the other hand, have started to rebuild. The dwarfs are still relatively untouched. Oh, the UFOs there. We are down to 3 kingdoms now. It's the dwarfs, the angels, and the phantoms. We are getting very close to the end. The angels still desperately trying to build in amongst the fire. Not the best place to be building, but whatever. The phantoms are still attempting to rebuild. The angels, on the other hand, are... Oh, he's moved on to the D. That probably wasn't a wise move. There's no food there. Oh, well, you're gonna die. D is for die, isn't it? So the mushrooms have built even bigger, and now they've spread to the south. The UFOs and aliens are just attacking chickens. Oh, the phantom's in trouble. We have another choice. What do they pick this time? We've got an on the fence. Oh, it's a good and a spawner. The good is a blood cloud. The spawner's going to be a helicopter on C4. So C4 is this island here. So we'll throw the blood cloud down like that. As for the helicopters, it's going to be a quarter of 56. So we need 4 14 of them. There we go. They're just going to fly around doing helicopter things now, like shooting at the mushroom people. Don't know if they can fly across water, but we'll see. As for the island that's getting destroyed, it's got to be D5. Here we have it. The angels have rebuilt a base. The phantoms are trying to build up as well. It's a new year. What do they go for this time? It's a double BA. So we're getting some grass and the age of despair. They go hand in hand. On B3. So B3 is this island here, which is already grass. As for the age of despair, well, it's about time really. We needed it back. As for the island we're destroying this round, gotta be E2. Oh, the age of despair has turned all the shallow into ice. This has opened up the entire world to the attack helicopters. I believe the angels have just been wiped out of the game as well. Yep, it's the phantoms versus the dwarfs. It's a new choice now. What do they pick? It's a bad. What's he going for? And a good. So we're getting some stone for the good and some landmines on F3. So F3 is the phantoms who hate the opera's base. So we'll give them some stone. There we go. Can't really have much. And as for landmines, I think I'm just going to do the whole island. That's the end of the fight, which means the dwarfs who sniff suspiciously are the winners of this one, which means there's only one thing left to do. For starters, we're going to put madness on Simon and the other one and watch them two fight. There we go. Crab versus crab. Oh, they hate each other. That shouldn't be all of it though. Let's grab everyone else. The entire world deserves to be in on this. Oh yeah. Grab all of them. Throw them all into the crab arena. There we go. Let's see what happens if we throw madness on everyone. Oh, it's so fun. Oh, there's a big pile of them that shot out. Some of them have come out and they can't get back in, bless them. They're trying. Let's regather. Try that again. Go. Oh, you've blown the crab out. Okay, let's go onto an island. Let's put you up here. Go. Stop blasting each other so far away. I want to see death. Anytime you run, I'm going to bring you back. You are going to fight. We don't care. Simon's still going. So is Crabberfar. Oh, what's this? They've summoned the king of crabs. Crabzilla. Oh, this isn't ending quick enough. I'm just going to do this now. Oh, yeah. We want the lag as usual. No one wins. Oh, I don't know if anyone's alive still. But that was fun, wasn't it? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.